It's July 30th, 2011, 11:14 a.m. John, Rusty, and I arrived last night to set up camp. And we've been up for a few hours listening to audio. We put out, besides our in-camp audio that I have going with my H2, John put out a couple portable digital recorders to record any audio going on through the night. We just listened to one file. It was pretty interesting. 34 minutes after we set it out, which was about 8:30 last night, something big came up and walked right up into the area, really loud. We don't know if it was a big elk or something bipedal, and snapped as it walked really loud. It's pretty interesting. We'll have to include it on the video later. We're going up now to retrieve the Recon X trail camera, which we had basically in the same place we had it last time, up in the intersection up here where we had a lot of elk and blacktail deer. We had to go on time lapse and motion for IR at night. We also put the Plot Watcher time lapse camera, which is daytime only, taking pictures every 10 seconds, a little bit farther up the trail, pointed around the bend for a second camera, just to be up here seeing what shook like really early in the morning. So we're just going to go ahead and retrieve the Recon X, and we're going to relocate it to where John had his first digital recorder, where something came up in the area of the recorder and walked by, and we're going to relocate it on that little trail. That seemed to be pretty interesting. We heard some activity on the trail other than that, so maybe that'll be a better bet. This is the area that John had his new Sony digital recorder. He had it under that fallen log there. This is a game trail that crosses the road and goes up on this side of the road. So we're thinking we're getting a lot of game activity coming through here across the road and into this area, which leads to the swampy area. So this is exactly where we left the recorder last night, and I'll have to get that audio put up on the video that 30 minutes after we left, something came snooping around. It'll look a little harder for tracks because he had it inside the stump here on the other side, just kind of stuck in there, and with a leaf on top of it to cover the LED light that displays. So it's a natural game trail, so you know, it could be elk, we don't know, but the only way we're going to know is if we plant a trail camera, the one that's going to be motion activated and do time lapse. The most important part would be the motion sensing night IR. This is a true black IR on this Recon X, so we're thinking about putting it somewhere along the crossing here of the road. So if anything's using this game trail, it's going to be crossing the road coming from this direction going over, or vice versa. So we're going to set it up and see what happens.
July 29th, 8:32 p.m. regardless of what the time that's set on this says, because I screwed that up. Anyway, we're up at Camp Raven, and we're going to get some Biggie Jam sessions tonight on tape. So here we go.
It's July 30th, 2011, 2:53 p.m. John, Rusty, and I, along with Art and Barb, we met today, are out by the swamp. Rusty and John are checking out the stump where they've been leaving little gifts and looking for things in return. Over there, looks like something changed on the stump. Part of a robin egg was moved onto the stump that wasn't there last time they were here. So they're just taking pictures, kind of documenting how things change every time they come out to look. This is kind of the beginning edges of the swamp towards Postcard that way. Lots of mosquitoes out this weekend, that's for sure. A little muggy. Okay, we're going to continue on. Well, it's July 31st, 2011, 8:25 in the morning. We're drinking some coffee. John's down by the river retrieving the second of his digital mics he deployed down by the river. And I'm going to head down and pick up the Recon X trail camera and the plot watcher. They've been out for the last 2 days. Going to review what we got on the plot watcher today, and I'll review the Recon X when I get home. My portable compact flash card reader doesn't work, so I'll have to use my home computer for that. Not really an eventful night at all. We did hit a wood knock before we went to bed and got a return. Probably about 11 o'clock last night. And that was pretty much it. So I'm going to go down and grab the cameras real quick. John's going to bring his mics back. And we're going to listen to some audio and look at some plot watcher video. And of course you'll have examples of what we captured on the video. Be back. July 31st, 11:33 a.m. John and I are deploying the plot watcher in an old stump, and he's camouflaging it with moss, overlooking a large open pasture in a pretty hot area, historically hot area. So it was programmed to take a picture every 10 seconds, and we're going to leave it out for at least a week and see how we do with it.